I just restarted. Oh, you know what I forgot to tell you though? That I saw while that's going up. Hold on. Let me get to my. Let me get to the channel.
But I got my glasses. I was looking for my glasses. Hey, put my glasses somewhere where I remember to get them.
Yeah. I will.
Because I'll forget them and forget they're even there.
All right, we back over there. You know, I don't even want to call this Steelers versus the Vikings live reaction anymore. But this thing, oh my God, dang, this is so bad. Part 2, the sequel. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, Mr. Ant-Man. Yeah, they trying to hate on the brother, man. I don't know what happened. Hey, as you can see with live shows and equipment, man, any damn thing can happen. But yeah, it just cut off. It's weird. Just cut off. Everything just shut off. Wait, hold on.
Donovan, your super chat did break the stream. That's about the pace.
Oh, and I'll do you have it, Shelton? If not, I can pull it up. But let me make sure we good. I just saw something pop up.
Well, text that again, Donovan. Text again what you asked. Because I had it, but I can't remember it. I knew it was about the Pacers. Dang, LeBron got a triple double tonight.
Hey, but yeah, Lakers are definitely getting manhandled. But you know what? There are times when I'm like, man, they're gonna figure it all out. And then there are times where I'm like, man, I don't know, man. Maybe this is the beginning of the end. But my thing is gonna be this, and I'm not gonna. At some point, we got to stop blaming LeBron for everything, right?
Yeah.
So, because he's clearly on the decline, regardless of what the numbers look like, he ain't the same guy. I think what we need to do is we have to start holding AD accountable. And I think that is the biggest problem that the media, I know they don't want to latch on, but if there's a new cream of crop of players coming in the NBA, and if AD is supposed to be that guy, and AD was said that he was going to take the torch when LeBron, leaves and retires or whatever, now's his time. It's like, remember in Miami when when LeBron and Wade were struggling, and Wade had to go to LeBron and be like, all right, man, look, I got a title. I'm already better than you. I got something you ain't got. I get it. My legacy is intact. They said I had the best finals since Michael Jordan. You ain't ever did that. So I'm gonna hand this to you, and I'm gonna let you take it from here and become the guy. And they started the roll. At some point, that's what LeBron's gonna have to do to AD and be like, "Hey, man, look, I ain't got it no more. I'm on the decline. It's you the captain now. There has to be that handoff. It hasn't happened.
I just don't think AD is ever going to be that guy. I don't know if y'all remember, but we talked about this a long time ago. I remember ranting and raving about AD in fourth quarters not being that guy. I remember talking about that a long time ago. Like I didn't see what everybody else saw. I saw him as a player that was ultra talented, but I just didn't see a killer. I never did. Now he had a couple moments, but it's easy. It's like winning a fight when your big brother behind you. It's easy to do it that way. But can you fight when it's just you? And AD is not that guy to me. He just never has been. So I don't think it ain't gonna be him. It's gonna have to be somebody else that take that torch. It's just not gonna be him. He's not gonna carry this team a la KD. He's never gonna be that. Never. No matter what.
I man, we have old videos and old conversations of me just like dogging AD. My thoughts on him have been on the record for quite some time now. I've seen the flashes, but it's just nothing that's sustained. But in order for this season to be salvaged, I don't think it's gonna come with LeBron, bro. I think it has to. I think if I think it's time for AD, he's gonna have to be that guy somehow. He's shown it in the playoffs in spurts, but now you got to do it for a whole season. Like you've been able to win in Portland with nobody. Why you in LA? You in
Right.
LA? So or not Portland, but New
New
Orleans.
Orleans.
So come on, man, do something.
Them lights are bright. And like you said, even with like I said, LeBron has a triple double tonight, and they're losing by double digits. AD has to be that catalyst. He has to become that, and he's never going to do it. I've never seen him do it, and I don't think he ever will. You know what I'm saying? 80, how many 40-point games that man got this year? How many takeover games have we seen from him in the last 2 or 3 years? And a lot of times, to me, to be honest, championships are fool's gold. It's a team sport, and you can get a championship, and you can have a couple key moments. But if you're that guy, it's more than just moments. You know what I'm saying? You playing throughout. And to be on the level of the pantheon that we talked about him on at times, he ain't doing it. He's not doing it time in and time out. It's just not happening.
Well, he better be lucky he got that ring.
Yeah,
because he
that
good.
that that yeah, that helped him, but it shouldn't be. It's to me that shouldn't define his legacy. You know, he is a champion in the sense that he won a championship, but to me, he left a lot to be desired and a lot on the table, especially when you're coming from that Lakers squad. That being on that Lakers squad, it should be. I expect more. Donovan Molina asked, "What will the Pacers get back if they decide to blow up the team?"
I don't know. And when I think about the Pacers blowing up the team, what does the new team look like? Like I know they like the rookie, and I've seen him play. He's nice.
Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah, but if you get rid of Sabonis, if you get rid of Turner and all these guys, which I don't think you should get rid of Turner. You should keep Turner because he's a good five. What do the new team look like? Where's your superstar? Where's your apex predator? Where's that guy? What do you do? I don't know. So, and if Sabonis is just another Kevin Love, remember Laurie Marketing? Remember they were trying to hype him up?
Yeah.
If he's just that, then how do you build this new team? So I don't know. Like I don't know what they would give in return, but you got it with Sabonis can play. I just don't know what you would give it up and how you would build it.
Yeah.
And who you would build it around.
I like the idea of Sabonis, the rookie, and Malcolm Brogdon. Everything else I can live, do without. But I like those three. I like that as a nice starting block. Everything else, even LeVert, Q's high on LeVert, which I think LeVert is a nice player. He just had some health issues, and he's not that guy to me. I think I could do without everything else. But evidently, they're not happy with where I don't know where Indiana thinks they should be, but the only thing I can see them getting back is young pieces, just trying to build around, just a new team. That's it. I don't know if you just saw that Pittsburgh. Did you just see that play?
Nah, but I just see I had the game on I was watching NBA TV post game, but um but I see somebody said Harris about to get cussed out. What happened?
Yes, he did the same thing, blown coverage. He just he just let a lineman just come straight down the middle at Ben again. That's probably the third or fourth time I've seen it tonight where a defensive lineman has come free straight to Ben.
Why is he
It's
having
not his
trouble
block.
picking up the blitz?
I don't know. He went left. The blitz came from the right, and it wasn't even they didn't even disguise it well. It wasn't even like they were trying to hide it. He he looked horrible just now. So yeah, no.
Let me see. At this point, let me see what Pittsburgh's schedule look like for the rest of the year. Yeah, Bain must have had one hell of a night because he damn was happy after he hit that three.
um,
Damn, a jury got COVID, man. COVID running through the NBA, bro.
who got it?
My sewer jury.
Oh,
Let's see.
yeah, my whole team got it. Oh, Baines had 23.
Yeah, he must.
And
I figured he had a night because he was stoked. Like, he was feeling himself.
shout out to Baines because he came out of nowhere to do all the stuff he doing. Because I wasn't thinking about no Desmond Baines as a pro at all.
You know what's interesting? Like, there's a lot of, there are quite a few guys that are like him that get better over the years and really add to their game and sustain it.
Mm-hmm.
And Bane is one of those. At first, I thought he was like a flash in the pan, but I was like, nah, he's actually really worked and improved with his game to be a real contributor. I thought he just
Right.
got hot in the playoffs, and that was it. Another guy is
Uh-huh.
that guy in OKC, Dort. Dort is
Yeah.
another guy that has worked on his game and has gotten better and, is
Came out no.
performing night in and night out.
Mm-hmm. The lights are not too big for those guys.
So it's real dope to see that, they're just not comfortable with just being in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see. Steelers got. Ooh, this is. I don't know, man. This is gonna be rough, Shelton. So
What's
the
that?
Steelers next 4 games. There's only 4 games left in the season. That's crazy. Uh, Tennessee,
That's
Kansas
one
City.
of
So that's an L.
is Tennessee in Tennessee or home?
It's in Pittsburgh, so they might win that one,
Yeah.
especially without Derrick Henry. But I don't know.
Yeah.
And Tennessee just finds ways to win games, so that's going to be a tough one. But
Mm-hmm.
the 2 games that they could win, no, honestly, there's only one game I could legit see them winning, and that's the Browns. But that's going to be tough if they can't stop the run. The
Yeah.
Steelers may lose out, and they got Baltimore to close out the season,
Wow.
and they
And
won't pay
Baltimore,
back.
they're gonna be fired up. Yeah.
So they may legit finish 6-9-1.
I think they'll be 7-8-1. Wait,
Yeah.
is that no? It's missing the game. That's missing the game.
Now remember the tie?
Yeah, you think it's 6-10-1 or 17 games?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll be 7-9-1.
Okay, so you got them winning one more.
Yeah. Oh, T.J. Watt's out with a groin injury too. That's not surprising. I wish they'd take Ben out. I at least want to see what somebody else could do. Let me just see him. You only got 5 first downs. That's ridiculous. Let's look at somebody else at this point.
The thing is, like, I'm okay with, like, when I look at this team and because I remember early in the season after I saw him play, I'm like, oh, this could be ugly. Because I think I picked them to win the division anyway. But when I look at this team, like, they look so bad. Like, I don't see a path. Like, normally you can say, oh well, they played well, but a couple of plays here and there is when they lost it. The defense, you can't stop the run, looks bad. And because your offense is inept, the defense is on the field a lot. And they get tired and worn out because the offense can't sustain anything. And, I'm hearing that the OC is just terrible. They're not really rocking with him. But like you
Right.
said, Shelton earlier, they may not have a lot to work with. So back to what I was going to ask before we close out those super chats, and I hope we got them all. With Big Ben leaving, how will this look for Tomlin? What does this rebuild look like moving forward? They got a running back. The O line is whatever. The defense got some issues, but now you need a quarterback, and you kind of need receivers.
And that jumped to the top of the list.
Yeah. So now you're Tomlin in a rebuild process, and you don't have a quarterback like Big Ben, a two-time Super Bowl champ, to kind of lean on, to help steer the ship. So
Mm-hmm.
I, if I'm Tomlin, I'm wondering, do I want to stay for that?
I
Because I
guess it
don't think
depends.
Tomlin's ever really had to rebuild before.
No, he hadn't, but it depends on who they bring in, though, because you got a couple options as free agents out there too. So I don't know if they'll start by trying to draft a quarterback because it ain't really nothing out there in the draft like that that's game changing. Nobody's gonna come in ready like that unless you get
Mm-hmm.
Pickett, maybe Kenny Pickett. Other than that, um, Malik Willis I like, but I don't know if he's gonna be ready when to play day one. Um, but maybe one of these free agents they can get, maybe one of those guys they can get moved. You know what I'm saying? A veteran that can come and help right the ship. That's a possibility. And at that point, like I said, anything right now to be is better than what they have with Ben. I just don't see. I don't see. I don't see where this is going. I don't see the point of Ben being there. I didn't
Shelton.
see them back. Yeah.
So I pulled up the 2022. This is on Spot Track. NFL free agents. This is by quarterback. So we know Big Ben is out. Here are the options: Fitzpatrick, Dalton, Foles, Cam, Tyrod, Jameis, Jacoby, Teddy, Marcus, Mariota. I ain't gonna even say Flacco, Trubisky. I'm gonna stop there because it only gets worse. There's no after
Yeah.
that. You don't want any of the, you're better off with a rookie.
Right.
And I honestly probably should have stopped at Teddy.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Yeah, go ahead.
Jameis is the best. Jameis Winston is the best name on that list
Yep.
as far as who I would bring in if I had a choice. In which I think New Orleans is gonna drop the ball with that Jameis Winston stuff. And if I was Mike Tomlin, I'd be excited if I got a Jameis Winston, even with the receivers he has currently.
Yeah.
You got a dog at running back that's going to only get better going forward. Yeah, he got to learn blitz protection, but I still would take him in that offense and roll with it. You got a defense in place. I don't think it'll be that bad. I don't think they're starting from scratch with the rebuild. I just think they need some stability, and I think you get that with a little bit more athletic, a little bit better quarterback in place, one that's mobile. Because Ben is like having a big tree trunk out there. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't moving. He ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, so I never understood why they didn't bring Jameis in. Because I thought he would have been perfect to kind of build, just like exactly what they did in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Build him in and just groom him to take over. And Haskins is there, but again, like with you, like how is that going? Like, is he going to be ready? Like, are you really going to give it to him next year if you can't get Jameis? So because you don't want any of those other guys on the list. So the year after that, so let's just say they say, okay, you know what, we're just gonna just go with Mason Rudolph, and we're gonna wait. The year after that, Kirk Cousins, he's gonna be old, so you don't want him. Jimmy G, we already know what he is. We
Mm-hmm.
saw that in the Super Bowl when he could make the throw, so you don't want that. Stafford, we'll have to see how this go, but the Rams will probably bring him back. Derek Carr might be a good fit if you can get him out.
Yeah.
Brady, we don't know what that is. Kyler's gonna re up, so Baker Mayfield, you don't want him. Darnold, Daniel Jones, and I'm gonna stop there. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't even get any better, bro. Like
Yeah. At that point, though, I think next year's draft will be okay quarterback wise. Looking at the draft, I think Bryce will be coming out. I think Bryce Young comes out next year, but he ain't gonna be available unless they just sneak it up.
Right, which
Sometimes I
means
think,
you have to tank to get him. And
yeah, they
so
won't
again,
be
if
that
I'm
bad.
Tomlin, man, I'm really asking myself, man, like, damn, do I want to go through that? These next 2 years are gonna be ugly, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because we see Big Ben is definitely done. We saw that last year, and now it's just a manifestation of it. It's like Peyton Manning. Remember when Peyton Manning just woke up one day and he couldn't do shit?
Yeah.
This is exactly what this is. This is
Mm-hmm.
what people have been waiting to see Tom Brady do. Tom Brady just wake up, he just ain't got it.
Yeah.
This is exactly what this is how fast it happens. So, it's just like, would you even submit yourself to such a thing? He's had a good run, well
Yeah.
respected, but uh, and if you're Tomlin, do you care about legacy? Like, is that something you're willing to give up? I
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
Right. Said to be seen. We them boys said, "What's up, we them boys?" He said, "Lakers lose to the Ja Morant less Grizzly squad. Palinka is packing up Vogel's bags tonight." Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to watch some more games. I know the games I've watched. I know I've been critical. I was critical of Vogel's rotations last year. Um,
Uh-huh.
this year it hasn't been any better. Big Ben, god damn, bro.
Man, take him out, man. I don't understand. I don't understand, man.
These short passes, man, they're sitting on the short routes. They're sitting on the slants. So are you gonna cuss? Hey, go get a mirror, Big Ben. Go get a mirror, because you were looking at Tomlin. Like, go get a mirror yourself, because that throw is on you.
Yeah.
He sat on that slant route, and he basically damn near ran, not damn near ran the route,
They know
unless he
exactly.
didn't break hard enough. But
He might as well be throwing it left-handed at this point.
you know what? Like, I'm with you. I think, especially in the fourth quarter, if this thing get out of hand, because if the Dolphins go, I mean, if the Vikings go here and put 30 on the board, bro, like, why is he in the game? You know, so I think by the fourth quarter, put Haskins out there and see what he does with his offense. Because if Ben
But I
if
want to
Ben
see.
can't throw the ball deep anymore, and that's why they're doing these slant rights and these short routes, then he's hindering your offense. But
Rob Costa, that's hilarious. He said Ben's about to pull a Vontae Davis. He need to just walk out the field right now. Just be like, that's it. But yeah, I want to see Haskins. I'm clamoring to see what he is. We don't need to see Mason. I'm not asking for Mason. We don't need to see no more of that. We need to see what Ben is. I mean, what Haskins is at this point. We need to see what Dwayne Haskins has to offer and why they still got him here.
yeah, Marshmallow and Mr. Ant Man, I'm with you. I think the Saints definitely need to keep Jameis. And I think his 5-2 record, even though they were babysitting him early on, um, he still was 5-2. And the guy that they were wanting to hand the reins over to after Breeze, before Jameis got there, and even after Jameis got there, because remember they gave it that he was a starter after Breeze got hurt last year. Uh, he's lost 5 in a row.
Right.
So,
Correct.
you know, we'll see how that goes. But
Mm-hmm.
Jameis is the best quarterback out there right now that's left between in the next 2 years. That has upside. That has upside. You know.
Period. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll have a job no matter what. So, and I wouldn't mind seeing him in Pittsburgh. I kind of hope New Orleans does fumble. I love that.
You know, mm, it's all right, Tomlin. You good, bro. You got yours. Hey, look, Tomlin. Big Ben. I mean, Belichick went through this last year. At least nobody dogging you out yet. But they about to come hunting. unless you
Yeah,
unless you win out, them boys about to come hunting, bro. And
it's
it's gonna
crazy.
be ugly.
Chill vibes, you're 100% right. I don't know why Ben's still in. I guarantee you there's probably a call from upstairs, like, respect Ben at this point, but it's got to be because I don't think Tomlin would leave him in at this point. There's no reason for it.
And then on top
If
of that,
nothing else, you're out of it. You're done. You're done. I don't even know why Dalvin Cook's still in the game. I couldn't tell you that.
Hey, slow down.
Kid, you must have made a call for that.
Hey, yeah. Let me get one more, Shelton. let me get some of these yards. He probably come out in the fourth quarter.
And he would be with that. When he banged up like that, there's no reason for that man to be. All he got to do is get one hit, and he done.
And they trying to put him down on that shoulder too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Shelton. He might try to go for 200 tonight.
That must be what it is. That's got to be it. But I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't, especially with a defense like Pittsburgh that can get angry.
TJ Watt out, bro.
They almost knocked that dude's head off just now.
He needs 18 yards.
You about to get your wish right now, though, kid. You about to get that touchdown.
I hope so. They probably do some bullshit and put Madison in for this goal line run. But look, man, he's like 18 yards away from 200. Like he can get that on 2 carries against this defense.
Yeah.
Oh, Fitzpatrick, what are you doing? Oh no, that's that. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? He led with his shoulder.
Yeah, they talking about a defensive player, so it looked good to me.
What do they want these guys to do? First, it's not leading with the helmet. They don't lead with the helmet, and now it's come on, man.
It's gonna be flag football before it's all over.
This is raggedy, bro.
Touchdown on this play. Got to go. No. Oh.
Oh, they ain't cooked. Oh yeah, what was that? They need to, you know what they need to do is just don't run it up the middle. I think maybe that play was to set up a stretch to the right or left, or maybe a toss play. Get them boys moving side to side. But I feel like what's going to happen is we probably get a play action and Cousins to a tight end.
There you go. He throwing some. Any other game, I would be on Cousins because he throwing some ducks.
I know that's the other thing. Like Cousins they just haven't stopped the run. If they can stop the run, this would be a completely different game. Cousins played like shit.
Yeah.
So now it's third down. Now you gotta throw it.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to, but they probably will. I mean, 30. If Pittsburgh gets shut out,
yeah, this is rough. And I hate it because Cousins is winning this game.
Yeah, their pass defense is fine. It's that run defense.
Mm-hmm.
But so what I'm gonna look for after this is what are the players saying? I know what Tomlin's gonna say. It's probably the same rah-rah stuff, and we got whooped, and that it is what it is. But the players, like, where's that Pittsburgh pride? And my cousin-in-law, he said they're soft. He said the defense is soft. He said these guys are soft. And Ryan Clark said that too. Called them out and said they soft.
The defense?
Yeah, he said the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is soft, man. But it's like, what do you do when Fitzpatrick lays somebody out? You get called for a damn, defensive receivership.
See, that's the thing. I don't think they're soft. I'll be looking at them like they're worn out. Like that defense started out, blazing. But when normally you get a 3 and out, you turn the ball back over to your offense. It works in your favor.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't this with this. You know what I'm saying? You just basically getting the 3 and out to go rest to come back out on D. That's disappointing, man. That's disheartening. You play defense to put your offense in the best position for you to win. they're not getting it reciprocated at this point. And nothing can be more deflating than knowing that you finna get a 3-and-out and turn back around and we gonna get a 3-and-out, come right back, and have to come back out on the field. So all your hard work went for naught.
Hey, what? Yeah, go ahead.
But I was just gonna say that's just demoralizing for anybody, and it's hard to try to keep that pace up. It's like I can play as well as I want to. You're gonna put me back out there with my back against the wall, and I'm gonna look bad because I'm gonna give up some points. What were you gonna say though?
No, I was wondering what Pat Bev said about Rookie of the Year. Pat Beverly on Rudy Gobert, the Defense Player of the Year, not taking the challenge of guarding Karl Anthony Towns. I'm gonna get to Karl Anthony Towns too. I saw something I thought was interesting. So dang, that's great. Oh, I guess Pat Bev said if I'm Defensive Player of the Year, I'm always guarding the best player no matter what. I'm not roaming. It's no discredit to Russ O'Neal or any of the others on their team. But if I'm Defensive Player of the Year, I'm not guarding Russ O'Neal. I'm guarding Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, Bogdanovic. You got Rudy Gobert out there guarding Vanderbilt. And every time I hear he's Defensive Player of the Year, it's like, so whatever. Hey, man,
Right.
I don't agree with Pat Bev on a lot of things.
But that would make sense.
But this one, man, he is spot on.
Yeah.
Like, and last year I started to question, that as well. But but
yeah, he's right.
He's right.
That's your challenge. Why you ain't take it on? Like that shouldn't be a question.
Because he
I don't
can't.
care what kind of game playing.
Yeah, because he can't guard Karl Anthony Towns, and that's what Anthony Edwards. I saw a clip by him said that he told Karl Anthony Towns don't wait on the double team, and he was like, he said when you hit the ball, man, go quick, like score quick.
Yeah.
And he said nobody can guard you, bro. He said Anthony Edwards said I tell him every time nobody can guard you. When you
That's
get the
true.
ball in the post, go quick. And he said when you start doing that, they're gonna start coming on the pass, and then you got options. He was like, but I was like, dang man, you got a rookie,
Yeah.
bro. I'm not a
Just
rookie,
telling
but a
you.
second year player.
Yeah, that's and he's absolutely right. That's 100% true. And you're right too, Ken. Why should he have to tell him what he should already know? At this point, he should. Why is Ben still in the game, man? Why is Ben still in the game trying to make these passes? And it's the same little slants, it's the same little screens. Nothing. There's nothing new. They're not doing anything different.
I don't get it, man. I need to know. I gotta know why. They need to fire the OC. And I
I
remember when I called
guarantee
the
you.
offensive coordinator out before when they were doing this little bullshit. I know Big Ben can't play, but you can't keep doing the same shit over and over again. That's what I'm
Right.
talking about. Big Ben got 68 goddamn yards passing.
That's crazy, man.
He's taking no shots, and oh my God, Harris almost fumbled the goddamn ball.
You saw that?
And the other thing is, like, they were effective early on when they went on that streak, when there was Harris running in and outside of the tackles and catching the ball as a receiver, out of the backfield, when he was a multi-pronged threat. So I don't know, I haven't watched the last couple of games, but if they've been doing this, like he can't even get 2 yards. Oh, he got it.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah, he fought for it
He's a
and got
bad
it.
boy, man.
Yeah, he is, and
But
he's only gonna get better with time and with a better quarterback.
but the problem on that play, Harris had to make that happen. The
He by
O-line
himself.
didn't make that happen. That's all effort
Yeah,
by him. And then the other thing, the reason why I mentioned my cousin-in-law so much is because he watched every single game and every single snap. So he's saying that they always running in between the tackles and not outside and put him in space. Now he take a shot.
and that
Ball
was the
goes to the
receiver.
receiver.
That was his receiver. That wasn't him. that wasn't like it was a good pass. That was just a great catch.
Yeah, no, that was a receiver. Did they give it to him?
Yeah, he won the tie.
Yeah, Ty always go to the receiver.
Right,
It
but
should at least.
but that wasn't a good pass. That was just a great catch.
No, you're right. Yeah, he got bailed out.
I just don't understand. I don't, like I said, that you have no shot of winning this game. Let's see what we got. Let's use the rest of this as practice time.
Pride, man. Pride. And you know what? Sometimes maybe it's about getting ready for next year, or next week. And
same thing. Look, did the same thing. Oh, and that was a completed pass. They ain't even playing no defense right now.
Jesus Christ.
What are they doing?
You know what, man? Everybody not well. That's not. Damn, Big Ben.
I think it's just crazy they completed their pass, even though it's a penalty.
You know what, Shelton? I will say this, man. They got a week and a half off.
Yeah, that's the best thing about it.
Yep.
That'll give him some. That's crazy. The penalties are the same. The yards are the same. Them last four.
Huh?
They must have a new center in because the last 4 snaps have all been high. I don't like that taunting thing.
Why they quit? I don't know. Yeah. So what I want to see after this is what is Big Ben or the players on offense? What are they saying about the plays that are being called?
Right. Devontae, we're not asking for him. We want to see Haskins. Nobody's asking about Mason.
We don't want to see MAGA Rudolph.
No, nobody's asking for Mason. I want to see what Haskins can do. Period.
He was taunting though.
Yeah.
The one that they called on the Raiders, that was a bad one. I like that too by 55. Be like, hey man, this game ain't over. Stop the nonsense.
Yeah.
Because those are the type of plays that hurt you in close games, in games that that matter, that count. Good block. Good block.
Yeah.
Well, at least it won't be a shutout.
Right.
But when they anyway, damn man. It's so bad. Inside. He probably should have tried to cut back outside.
Who's Dalvin Cook's brother? Do anybody know who Dalvin Cook's brother is? I can't remember who that is. His brother plays too, but I don't know if I can't remember if he played pros or just college, but I can't remember.
Damn, Bama lost Josh Jobe for the college football playoffs. Their corner. It's a bad play.
They're gonna be hurt. What's wrong with him?
Foot surgery.
They can't catch a break.
Man, you gotta catch that, man.
That was the best pass of the night. Is Dane Cook Dalvin Cook's brother?
Bro, they need new receivers too. Antonio Brown would have caught that.
Oh, for sure.
Who's the other guy?
Touchdown.
What happened to Juju? He out for the year, right?
Yeah, Juju out. Juju been done for a while too. Juju ain't played well since since AD left. I mean, since AB left. I ain't never liked Juju like that. Is James Cook his brother?
Well, look at that. They finally scored.
Oh, he's playing.
I saw it early. I'm just commenting. But imagine if they didn't, if they could, anyway. Well, at least it's not a shutout. Right. Maybe that's why he's in Shelton, for pride.
Pride, yeah, you playing for pride at this point. But
NFL coaches, they don't take their guys out like that.
Thank you. They have James Cook plays for Georgia. The running back at Georgia is Dalvin Cook's brother. Correct. I knew he had a brother that played, but I can't remember who it was.
Yeah. Yeah, old Dallas, bro. I had a question about Dallas, but I can't remember what it was.
We're gonna see what Dallas team we're dealing with. I mean, this rivalry game, it's a big game. We got to see which one gonna show up. I'm counting on them. I'm banking on them because I think that they can beat Washington, but Ron Rivera got them boys believing.
Hmm.
And Tyler Henneke, people don't know this, but a lot of people don't know, but he was the third string quarterback behind Cam in Carolina. So, you talking about a guy I'm like, why is he even on our team when I watched him play a couple times? So I'm proud of you. Talk about somebody that's taking advantage of the moment. That's what he's doing. It'll be interesting to see if Washington gonna keep him though.
He
Or
said,
if they gonna
well, now that I have a good idea what the free agent what the free agent quarterbacks look like, shit, they may as well keep him. Unless he
Yeah.
brings
Uh-oh. 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 They say Zeke is getting better. Zeke's knee, they say it's improving.
Well, I'll
So
say this.
they shouldn't be.
So this is what I don't like, Shelton. I mean, y'all are losing 29-7.
And what did you just see?
Why are you in the end zone? Why are you doing the big nut sack
I would have a
celebration?
fit if I was Myke.
I
That's
would
what I would have about.
I would cuss every single one of them out.
You ain't stopped nobody all night, and you get one lucky pick, and you when the game is all but over, and you celebrate. That is the most amateurish thing. That's why I hate that celebration cam. I'm like, it's not even ever used in proper context because they don't know when to celebrate. I can see if you was up 29-7, you got to pick. But you losing 29-7, there's nothing for us to celebrate at this point. There's nothing.
And the thing about Cousins now, they like you said, this pass offense has been pretty bad. So he'll throw you back in the game with the way he's been throwing the ball tonight. But don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
Zimmer should have took a page out of Bill Belichick's book and just ran the ball. he, he should have threw the ball 2 times tonight.
Yeah, might as well.
You'd got the same result.
I mean, that's how they got 29 on the board. Outside of that, I mean, he threw he got one touchdown pass, but Kurtz barely over 100 yards pass. He got 111.
That's
So,
crazy.
nah, man. Cook got more damn rushing yards than he has passing yards. It's been that kind of night.
That's crazy.
So why are you trying to inflate his stats? Stop it. Now if they score, then it's 29-14.
Yeah.
Then what? But they ain't gonna score though.
Yeah, it's 39. Ben can't throw the ball 9 yards.
You kick a field goal or you going for it?
I think I'll kick a field goal at this point if I'm them. Just take the points because you need any chance time you get a chance to score. If it's anybody else, I'm going for it. Or unless he already has 2 plays in mind right here. Like we're gonna get 5 yards here and we're gonna look to get the rest on the next play. Now that makes sense.
I
But they're
would
gonna come.
I would kick it just to see how my defense play in this next possession.
Yeah.
You know,
They're discombobulated, bro.
the center didn't even hike the ball. Ben is calling for it.
Yeah, they are so discombobulated. It's something going on with this center tonight.
He is stomping. Like, what in the?
Something is happening with the center tonight because, like I said, he had about 4 snaps that were off, and then but 4 times in a row he snapped the ball. I don't know who he was snapping it to. He might have been snapping it. Looked like he was snapping it at Harris. Then he looked at him. That's crazy. He was looking at him. And somebody getting paid tonight. I don't know what's happening because they letting defensive linemen run free. Wait, what did they call?
I think they called it on the defense.
What in the world?
I don't know what just happened. I
That
guess they
is
said yeah, probably they induced a false start. He loves this back shoulder throw. He's always.
That's really, you know what? That's really not a back shoulder throw. Actually, he's throwing it ahead, but his arm's so bad it turns into a back shoulder throw.
Well, he threw that a lot against the Ravens, where he tries to throw it back shoulder. But yeah, if he's throwing to the right and he's throwing to Claypool, he's trying to throw it to the back shoulder. But you're right, he ain't got it like that no more, so it looked bad.
Why? That was the dumbest. Minnesota should be kicking themselves though. Yeah, that was 2 back-to-back nice catches that saved Ben because you got one from Claypool and one from I think it was Washington.
Yep, Washington.
But I'm talking about they took the ball away from corners. That was both of them was tie balls, tie ups, and they just get it.
And those are typically go to the receiver, no. So, yeah, that's how it goes.
This is crazy.
What's Manny talking about? Yo, that's kind of crazy what's going on with that hockey team.
Yeah, I said that in the chat earlier today. That's crazy, man. Like they ain't paid the bill.
Like, how does that happen?
They have till December 20th to pay them taxes and pay that money that they owe, or they locked out.
But it's like, how does that happen? Like, I'm so confused. Like, you just don't care.
I wonder if they just didn't have it. Like, I ain't got it, man. They couldn't get no extension or nothing.
Oh, hey, Shelton.
Yeah.
It's Big Ben the rest of the way. Haskins is actually inactive tonight.
Oh, okay. So that explains it.
Yeah.
Because I like I said, we don't need to see Mason, we good on that. I thought about that.
Yeah, somebody said Deontay. There's an article on ESPN talking about Deontay Johnson moves past the drops to being an elite receiver. Since when? When I think of elite receivers, I don't think of him.
Not at all. I think he's a talented receiver. I really do. I think he's talented with the right quarterback. He could. I ain't gonna never call him elite, but I think he'd be a good receiver. I just think he's very talented. I don't think they need new receivers. I honestly just think they need somebody who can get the ball to them because you got some speed on the outside. And once again, I'm joking about the back shoulder thing, but Ben can't get the ball out in front of those guys. So you can't go. Ain't no go routes. None of that stuff. Ain't nothing deep. Everything is short and intermittent. And if it is past 10 yards, it's gonna float out there. So I think it's more what they had to work with than it is them.
So Russ came out and Wilson and had to deny that he would waive his no trade clause to go to the Giants, New Orleans, or Broncos. This guy Jordan Schultz, was citing sources that say he would strongly consider it. He was like, "Bro, I ain't say that shit."
Right.
Oh my God. He's open. I thought he was beyond the drops because elite receivers catch that.
Yeah.
Regardless of how bad the ball is.
Mm-hmm. And it's third and goal. Where's Claypool, man? Oh, there he is on the bottom of the screen. I'm wondering where he was. Claypool across the middle right there.
They got Harris out wide, so empty set with the running back.
Throw
I
the
don't know what.
flag. There it is. They caught a break with that one.
Yep, because that was not gonna happen.
Uh-uh.
It was about to be fourth and goal, and at that point, you got to go for it.
You had
It's
no.
for a quarter. You're only gonna get so
Yeah.
many. You might only get 2 more possessions this quarter. And that ball looked like it was low too. Yeah, it was coming in low.
No wonder they kept cooking the game.
He's definitely gonna get some work now, especially if they put 7 on the board. But somebody in the chat said the Vikings defense wasn't all that good either. So
Well,
that
they had a lot of injuries up to this point. They were missing a lot of pieces. And I think that they got a lot of those pieces back tonight. So it's not like they've been world beaters, but they have talent on that side of the ball too.
there it is. See how fast these turnovers can change a game, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Just like that. These boys done put 2. They've been bad all game long. And now they got 2 on the board. And if they just get any type of stops and can muster up another score, who knows? Anything can happen at that point.
Yeah. You
Especially.
two touchdowns, 2-point conversion. So that you know, I've seen stranger things happen.
Yeah, like them scoring 17 points in the fourth quarter against the Ravens last year. I didn't see it last
Correct.
week. I didn't see that happening at all. They played
So
just as bad as they did tonight. I think
right.
worse.
And all they need to do now is focus on the run because they're gonna come out and run these first 2 plays. They're gonna be run plays. If they got any whatsoever.
I hope so. Run him. Give me 250 tonight. Give me 250. Give me 250, Cook. At least
I
give me 200.
really thought you weren't gonna get there, but now if you don't get there, it's a problem because that's where the ball needs to go.
Dang, Spurs beat the Nuggets tonight, 123-111.
I saw that. I wasn't really surprised on that. The Nuggets, who did the Nuggets
Are
beat
we
the
giving
last
them
game?
a pass because MPJ and Murray are hurt?
Yes, right now we are. I was looking at something, and I'll tell you exactly why I'm saying that. They were saying that Jokic's numbers with him on the court are the best in the NBA, his PR and all that stuff. And they said that a lot of times people don't put a lot of stock in that, but the way he's playing is ridiculous. And it's such a drop off when he comes off the court that it's impossible for them to sustain. He had another triple double tonight. He had a triple double the other night. Jokic is playing out of his mind right now. And they were saying that he has better numbers now than his MVP season last year. And
So
that's
the
hard.
MVP gets a pass. The fake MVP.
I know, right? Like I said, the only reason I say they get a pass is because they're missing both those guys. Once they get one of them back, then which they're gonna get Jamal Murray back. I think after Christmas.
Oh, really?
I think it is. I could be wrong about that, but I think I saw where they said he'd come back right after Christmas. Then I'll be a little more critical of him. But for right now, him playing as well as he's playing, and they was like people don't even notice because of where they are, and they're in eighth place. So, and you know they're all bunched up together right there together.
Mm-hmm.
Just like
Yes.
on the other side, it's crazy this year in both sports. You're 3 games outside of the difference between 10th and third, maybe 3-4 games. Yeah, Mr. Man, they have been cursed. Feefo did it. Feefo, he's averaging 9.9 yards per carry. Now, Dalvin Cook is nice, but 9.9 yards?
Embarrassing.
Now let's see how they close these gaps.
Yeah. Yep. They starting to close some of them holes though on some of these pitches, even though he got a chunk of yards there. But he wasn't running as free as he was, in the first half. In the first half, it was like he would go through. It was a clean hole and nobody would touch him until 5-6 yards down the field.
Mm-hmm.
That one he had to kind of squeeze it through that one. It's a
Yeah.
balanced offensive attack though.
Yeah. Cousins got worse numbers than Ben right now.
See, penetration. So now they're like, we're gonna make Cousins throw the ball because he's been off all night.
3rd and 7. You need to know what Jefferson is at all times.
Yep.
This is the play of the game right here. You get this stop. You see that the total yards in the second half?
I'll call a screen right here.
Now, what just happened was the same exact thing that happened in the end zone. The only difference is Fitzpatrick held up a little bit. Watch this play.
Wow.
That's the same thing.
31 yards. Pressure, man. Ooh, I'm surprised they didn't call roughing the passer for that.
Yeah, he twisted him down. But that was the same play that happened in the end zone.
Yep.
The only difference is Fitzpatrick held up a little bit. Did they block it? Oh no.
But man, if the Steelers score here, bro, this shit would be wild. This shit would be crazy. But
that penalty in the first half was huge at this point now.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so here's the thing. So if you're Zimmer, you're more than likely now starting to see them guys creep up. So you're seeing 7, 8 man fronts. But your quarterback can't throw the ball. So,
right.
Like, so those running holes you had are gone because they're committed to stopping the run now because they're saying that that's pretty much all you've had all night. What do you do if you Zimmer? Do you continue to run the ball or do you pass it some more still?
He's really got his back against the wall at this point. At this point, I would beg Cousins to try to figure it out, man. I need you. I need you. Just make one play for me, please. Can you make one play? But yeah, at this point, it does not look good.
Well, if the Steelers score, then yeah, it's Zimmer's in a real tough spot because Cousins is a Romo play from putting them boys back in the game. So we'll see. But Steelers defense, the offense hasn't been all that good anyway. So I have to believe it when I see it. Because I'll be honest with you, Shelton. I'm surprised they even got 14, bro.
I am too. And that penalty, that last drive, that penalty saved them.
Man, they shouldn't even have 14 points on the board right now.
But momentum, I think that a lot of people take lightly momentum, man. Momentum is a crazy thing. Like they're believing these are the same two teams that started the game, and these are professionals. But momentum is real. If you feel and you believe you can make it happen, anything is possible. And
So,
I think that
uh-huh.
I was just gonna say I think that they believe it right now.
You know, I'm glad you said that because that reminded me of something I was that I heard when I was on the way here about fear, and of course it's a continuation of the Stephen A. Smith convo about people fearing LeBron versus MJ. So after JJ Redick chopped him up, he decided to have that same conversation with Kendra Perkins and Marcus Spears the next day without Redick, and Perk was basically saying before he got confused on what he was arguing that as an NBA player, I'm not afraid of anybody that step on the court.
Fear, and of course it's a continuation.
And he said that because we've had to play a lot of guys that were better than us, that were good, but just to get here, man, you can't play this game at this level if you fear anybody.
Right.
And
Wow.
Marcus Spears co-signed that, saying the same thing that in the NFL, he said, "Yeah, I fear nobody in the NFL as well." He said, "I'm not afraid of what anybody could do to me." So that was a big play.
It
So I'm
was.
like, okay, I get the mindset from players, not what Stephen A. Smith is hearing from other people. We talking about two players. One's good and one was, not so good. What are your thoughts on that? Because I get what Stephen A. was trying to allude to, and I know it's what we're thinking about, but like maybe some of the bench players may be afraid of him, but Reggie Miller didn't give a fuck about Michael Jordan. There were a lot of people that were not afraid of Michael Jordan the way they're making it seem. So, and that was a good point that Kendra Perkins had.
Ken.
Yeah.
What did we just say? All it takes is belief.
Yep. I'm a little behind you, but damn.
Oh yeah. That's why I was kind of slowing up with what I said, but
yeah, I know I caught that. I don't know why I'm so far behind.
It always behind, but
yeah.
I can't believe this. But I can at the same time. Once again, and I'm gonna be the first one to call it Pittsburgh, and I'm saying it on here first. I apologize. I see why he kept being well. I'll take that back. Part of it is because I wanted to see Haskins, but part of it, Mike Tomlin, I'm sorry. I don't even care if they win or lose. At this point, you've earned respect.
Yes.
And that's enough. That's enough to ask for. But go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
Oh man, no, don't go for 2 now.
I kind of like the idea of going for 2 now.
Why?
Because they didn't get it, of course, but at the same time, I just felt like I'd rather go ahead and take the chance now. That way, you know what you're working towards instead of letting it be. Because now, if you come down and you score, you're still gonna need another possession, as opposed to holding it till the end to see.
Yeah, yeah. That was a bad call, though. Damn.
It was a bad call. It was a terrible call. You working backwards. There's no way. Run them players around in the end zone and hope you get a pass interference and complete a pass. I didn't like that call. A run, not Najee Harris. Give him the ball. You saw him get 2 yards the last time on his own. So give him the ball and block for him this time.
But yeah, I'm with you. I'll get back to what I was saying earlier, but yeah, I'm with you in terms of like next day, what people are going to be talking about. They earned a lot of respect. You look bad, but now at least you didn't quit. You kept fighting, and you're giving yourself a chance to win the game. And still, this game when you were down 29-0, and here you go, you done climbed all the way back, and like I said, I wish I could have been in that locker room to kind of hear what was said. But I'll say in watching this is that they're throwing the ball downfield, like they're taking shots deep. They pushed the ball downfield, but in the first half, it was all a bunch of slants and screen passes and all kind of stuff. No,
Right.
they threw one down like 3 of their biggest plays came by pushing the ball down the field and giving the receivers a chance.
Yeah. And those receivers are taking advantage of those chances too. They're eating them corners alive.
Mm-hmm.
Them was two that possession right there. Even those 2 back shoulder plays, those were 4 huge catches.
Yep.
Like those were huge catches, and those passing interference on that play. So they're doing their jobs at this point. You can't argue with it. Now, if I'm defensive coordinator, I'm in their face, and they gonna run the ball this first play. We gonna stop Dalvin Cook. 2 yards or less. 2 yards or less. Passing corners, you better hold it down. But if they running the ball, we need to stop them. We need to get the ball right back.
So now I'm back to what I asked you before as a hypothetical, but now it's a reality. They have scored, and it's a 9-point game. And granted, you're up by 2 scores, but what do you do if you're Zimmer? Because they're loading the box. They're like, you are not running this ball anymore. 3 touchdowns in less than 5 minutes. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So now, do you take a chance with Cousins? Because Cousins turned this game around with that interception.
Yeah, he did. At this point, I would if I'm Zimmer on this play, I'm trying to get something quick to Jefferson. That's what I'm doing. There's not going to be a run, but of course they're going to run this ball. Look at the lineup they're in, the formation they're in. It's going to be a run, and it is, and it's a nice run at that.
31 yards this half, but looking at relooking at that 2-point try, they went back to what doesn't really work well for them, and that's those quick plays. They're sitting on top of those, and that's why you can get the ball downfield because they're waiting for that 2-3 yard cut. Hey, he pulled a man's hair.
That's legal.
I know.
I didn't. I thought that was part of horse collar, but they said no.
Shit, bro.
Yeah.
I'm only saying
they're
that
running
because I can't grow hair. I'm jealous. I want 10 more yards. Come on, man. Let this man get 200 yards. I want to see that, man. That'd be dope. There you go. So I think we're getting our answer, Shelton. Even in the stat, even he's like Cousins, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we gonna give it to Cook, and if it's 3 and out, it is what it
is. Let's ride the horse that got us here.
I'm serious, man.
Nice. That play action is nice.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. That's a little bit safer because, everybody's, crowding the box as they should.
Yeah. That was a nice one. I thought they were going to call a flag. Looked like he pushed off. I really thought they were going to call something on that because look at the end and see if he pushes off. Let's see.
Called him.
Did they extend? That's a beautiful play call.
He probably did, but they ain't gonna call it. So yeah,
it looked like extension on that, but that was a beautiful play call.
He set it up. He set it up, and it was there.
But that was the right time to take that shot because
it was a perfect time. So I guess it was a little bit of both. It was we're gonna ride this horse, and then we're gonna take our shot downfield, and that's exactly what they did. And they called him it looked like a single high safety, and bam, it was it, 1-on-1. And you just give you guys a chance. And number 20, you can, hey man, you flailing, bro. Is that the one that made that interception?
I don't think so.
It better not be.
I don't think so. But it was, like I said, it was a push off now. It looked like it to me anyway.
And he's upset about it too. I mean, he was there, man. Like, we can't really, that was a good throw. It was in a good spot. The corner was there. It was just, the slight push off, and he got what he needed.
I get mad at cornerbacks. I get mad at quarterbacks in that position because you knew it was coming. You saw it. You saw it when it was happening. So beat that man to that spot.
Yeah. Now his head down because he just messed up all the momentum.
Everything that was built up because you tell Big Ben to throw that arm down there 2 more times, 3 more times. Now you're 3 scores down at this point.
Yep. So now,
No, well, actually, they're only 2 scores. Two scores and 2 point conversion. So
yeah, because you can go for that 2 again.
That's asking a lot of Ben, though.
I know it is, but they score so fast and then take time off the clock that if you score quickly or you can drive down and if you score within 4 or 5 minutes, you give a chance. You give yourself an opportunity to get another stop and get the ball back. But I mean, you gotta score here, like.
And they're running the ball.
Well, it's a lot of time left, so.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes. There's a lot of time left in this game. So you can't abandon your playbook at this point. But
and they got to get a good push though. They didn't get any push off the ball.
they're still running the ball.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, something ain't right. They are still running the ball.
Well, shit, did they get the first down though?
No, they did not.
Geez. All right, man. All right, man. Like, who's the OC? Because now you got to go for it.
You have to. On your 30, this is the game right here.
And maybe that's why they ran it. Maybe they knew they were going for it in fourth down. But who's the man? I gotta find out. Like, what in the world are you doing? I hope they don't get it because maybe Cook can get me another touchdown.
They're not gonna get the playoff. They didn't get the playoff.
Why Big Ben try to change the play?
This is horrible.
You know what? You know why he tried to change the play? Because he doesn't like the calls the OC are calling. So he's trying to change it to something that he wanted. And I'm sorry, I keep only because I learned so much when I was just listening to him talk. But he was saying that when Big Ben calls the plays himself, they are way more efficient on offense. They are better on offense when he's the actual play caller versus when the OC calls the plays. So whatever Ben was, especially after calling 3 runs, so but whatever Ben saw, he probably tried to check out of it because he was like, "This is stupid. Why are we doing this?"
Then again, they punted just now, so I wonder if that was an attempt to draw them offside.
I doubt it. Nah, I think they were going to go for it because it was only 3 yards. I mean, they throw quick slants and stuff all the time, but yeah, I just like so that's why I'm saying like at this point, like we've jumped all over Ben. We've talked about Tomlin to a certain extent, but man, these play calls, man, like you call in a game where you're down by 2 scores that you fought to get back in. You call 3 running plays and 2 didn't really get you anything. You need to meet me in my office. We got to talk about this.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember. Remember when what was it, Haley that was there? Remember the OC that was there that time? That Big Ben didn't like?
I think it was him.
And they were having beef and stuff like that with some of the play calls that he was giving them. And it was the same issue where Big Ben as a veteran, as sometimes he take umbrage to some of these to what some of these guys are doing or want to do, and he just don't want to do it or don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Am I gonna get my 200 yards?
Here, he got it, I think, already.
Yeah, 198. Here we go. Oh no, that ain't it.
I thought he had it. So he doesn't have it.
Yeah, 198. What was that? 2 yards right there or 1 yard? Oh, that's 5.
Yeah, because it was the 2nd and 7.
Oh yeah, he got it. Not as long as he don't go back.
They're gonna pass this. I would have ran the ball. I don't understand. He got the first down. This
3 for 10. Oh wow.
You got to have that, man.
I mean, they collapsed the pocket on him. He just squeezed out of it. I think they had pressure inside, but he had enough room to get outside.
I wonder how different the game would have been if TJ hadn't got hurt. TJ was on pace to break Michael Strahan's record.
Nah, I did not know that.
I didn't either. But he had 3.5 sacks the last game.
Damn, yeah, they needed that one. You're right. They needed that stop. Yeah, that's game.
Yeah, it's over with. Because ain't no quick scores. That last touchdown drive for Pittsburgh was an anomaly. That wasn't normal. You completed 2 miracles.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know if y'all saw it, but number 1 Purdue went down tonight in college basketball. That's like the third number 1 to go down in the last couple of weeks.
Dang, Cook about to have more rushing yards than Cousins passing, and Cousins is 13 yards from 200 yards passing. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Well, what a night.
But I can't see the chat right now. I had to plug my device up. But who's going to be the number 1 team in college basketball right now?
Yeah, Bradbury's good on the line. O'Neal, no. Ezra Cleveland, Bradbury's their guy though. 0 sacks allowed. And you think about TJ Watt.
That's what I'm saying. Because they've been getting pressure. They just can't. Oh, kid. You ain't seen it yet, but
Oh wow.
Oh, your horses.
He stopped running. What are you doing?
They ran out of gas.
Why was he running so slow though? Try to take it to the house.
That looked like a defensive lineman picking that up.
I mean, man, oh my God. I would you meet me in my office too.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna score. I was like, he gone. But it was
like, are you trying to wait for blocks to set up? Because
I don't know. Oh man.
Like he jumped the route and he's running.
They needed him to score. To have a chance, they needed a touchdown right there. I still don't think they got a chance, but I mean that helped. But with 4 minutes left, you needed a score there. You got all 3 of your timeouts.
And he needed to take that to the house. He lollygagging.
Mm-hmm. They need to get up to the line. You got 3 timeouts. Get up to the line and get your play call. Let's go. Ain't no huddling right now. Kirk Cousins is complete trash.
Look, man, what have I asked you? What do we do? Do we give the ball to Cook or do we throw the ball with Cousins?
They shouldn't be doing nothing but giving it to Cook.
What do you do if you Zimmer? I am not letting Cousins throw this ball, man. He's been off all night. You have to have you have to be able to understand the pulse of your team.
Touchdown.
And Cook is, I mean, this guy, even when he didn't have any pressure, he was throwing the ball all over the place.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Because he got two of the. He got, three of those. Like I said, all three of those receivers are really good. Now this two-point conversion is going to be crucial.
Oh yeah, this is the one.
Now, how different would the second half have been if J.J. Watt was playing? And I say that because on a couple of those plays, those would have been those. I mean, they would have a sack.
Hey, you know what's funny is that the guy that that got pressed and ended up not catching that got the pick on was the guy that scored that touchdown. He was just celebrating, and now look at him. Oh, my TV done messed up.
Well, they got the 2-point conversion. Why did they keep showing Breland? What did Breland do?
Now, see, that was a better call than this screen shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did he do?
Because they've been showing him all night. He must be injured, and they saying like they're corners.
Nah, he got beat. I think he's been getting beat tonight. Because that was the guy that just gave up the touchdown to Frimoth.
That was Breland?
Yep. I think that was him. Let me see. Hopefully I'll show it again.
They were showing him earlier tonight, so I don't know.
I know. So maybe he got beat on that other play too. I don't know. Okay, this is the 2-point conversion. So this got.
And I couldn't hear it, so I didn't know.
Yeah, that was a good pump fake. But hey, man, look, this is a 28-7 run.
What y'all talking about? Rest in peace, Demaryius Thomas. What happened?
Who?
Demaryius Thomas passed away?
Wow. Yeah, that's what Jalen just said. Wow. Man, that's I'll come back to that in a sec. Shelton, I'm gonna ask you again, bro.
Mm-hmm.
4 minutes to go, 14 seconds.
This Dalvin Cook.
It's a 1-score game. Cook is giving the Steelers 14 points. I mean, Cousins are giving the Steelers 14 points. Oh, they got their big formation guy, and now oh man, now Cook gonna give up his yards. Man, come on, man. Run him outside, y'all. I'm about to lose my 200 yards messing around with these bums. You're gonna have to pass it, Shelton.
Yeah.
Because they gonna that he lost a yard on that one. Because they sitting in, now they saying they're gonna run it.
I don't see anything about Demaryius Thomas.
There you go.
Oh, Holden is coming back.
Oh. Cousins did all that work. He finally completed the pass, and now it's coming back.
It's coming right back.
This is such an odd game, man, because the Steelers have been trash all night.
Yeah, they have no business in this game. This has no business. We should be talking everything else at this point.
And somehow the Vikings winning the game in the second half and managed to be worse. This is incredible. And they've done just about, like, in the first half it couldn't have gone any better. Dominance. And
they still have they got all their timeout.
And now here we are. Because of 2 interceptions.
3rd down and 9. Now you got to tighten up right here. Now you still got your timeouts, but you got to tighten up at this point. You want to be able to drive. If you got one drive in, you want to have time to do it.
Shelton, I'm sending a blitz, man. I'm sending them. Somebody coming. Speed him up.
Fitzpatrick gonna make a play right here.
Speed him up. Let the boys do 1-on-1.
Oh,
Send him.
Dalvin Cook. There you go. I'm sorry you behind, Ken.
It's all
but
right.
You made a play. You made a play.
As long as it's one of my guys, I'm cool with it.
You made a play. That's one you got to have, Pittsburgh. Shame on you, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but there's not many linebackers that can stick with that, brother.
2nd down and 21, though,
Oh, I got you. You're right.
I'm saying with soft coverage in that first play, they could have came with something.
Hey, remember what I told you about that zone? remember that Ravens game? They dropped in that zone and gave up big yards.
And that's it. And that's the same thing. The Vikings should know all about it. They did the same thing to Detroit. They just dropped back. That's how Detroit beat them.
Put them boys, man, one-on-one. They've been playing good one-on-one coverage all night. Make Cook, Cousins throw you the goddamn ball. He gonna throw it to you.
I don't see nothing about no Demaryius Thomas dying.
Oh, whoever hit him on that shoulder, that must have hurt.
He came out?
Yeah, he came out.
Now you use your timeouts.
I see why he's been in the game too, because Madison got swallowed up by the defenders on that run play. Yeah, now look, do not drop into a zone. But you know what, man? I'm gonna say this, man. Like moral victories are bullshit for the most part. Nah, they're bullshit, and it's gonna be bullshit tonight because I think what we saw in the first 3 quarters is more of who they are, and you're gonna see a repeat of that in the next 4 games. But they showed a lot of pride tonight, a lot of pride to come back and fight back in this. They could have quit, Shelton.
Yeah.
Down 29-0. A lot of teams quit. And they did not quit, man. They have, like you said, they have no business being in this game.
Right. And this is Mike Tomlin. This is who you got.
And depending on what happens here, if they get the ball back, and they you never know. But yeah, so I don't know. But just as bad as Big Ben has been, Kirk Cousins has been just as equally bad in the second half.
Equally bad. He had that. These 2 passes on this drive has been the only thing he's done in the second half.
Yep. Send him.
There you go.
Send him.
There
Send
you
him.
Go.
He's scared. Look at him. Look at him. He's scared.
My goodness.
Send him. There you go.
There's no way, bro.
They throw a flag on that?
Yes, they did.
Oh,
they might pick it up.
Come on, man.
They might pick that up. They got to pick that up.
They got to pick that up.
No flag. No flag. They picked it up.
He didn't even touch. I'm glad they did because he didn't even touch him like that. He don't even have his hand on him. Who threw that damn flag?
That back judge, because it looked like that's what was going to happen.
You know what? Good job by 35 to pull up on that sack too.
Yeah, because most of them DBs running free trying to get a hit. And Pittsburgh get the ball back with a lot of time left. You got 2-minute warning, so you're out of timeouts, but you got the 2-minute warning, and you got enough time to make something happen.
Hey, but what I say, man, send the house, bro.
you got to travel the length of the field, though. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
That punter earned his money right there, boy.
Wow. You got everything worked out for you except this one thing. Damn. And hey, 10 and in, you gotta let it go.
Nah, I can't trust.
You would have fielded that. I wouldn't have fielded that one.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good ass punt. Damn, that's a good ass punt. And with the way this offense looks, trying to go 97 yards, 96 yards. Oh boy. That's it's football. Anything can happen, but we'll just see what happens. At this point, man, I just see what happens.
Yeah.
Empty set. Like a cover 3 or something.
Yeah. I see. I'm on Twitter now, finally. And that's NFL mean.
Quick throw. Hey, look, it's just managing down the distance, man. Get your first down at the first down at the first down. Just walk down the field, and then when it's time, he got 200 yards rushing, 2 touches. So probably about he's.
There's a flag. There you go. There you go. That's on Breland back in the game. Got another penalty.
Hey, but look, man, I'm glad y'all been watching this game with me.
Yeah. He caught that ball.
Taking shots down the field.
He caught that pass. I didn't realize he caught that. You see the catch?
Yeah, I do see that catch.
Oh, wow. That's my wide receiver in both my fantasy leagues, so I'm happy about that.
I'm telling you, man, throw the ball. And you know what? If there is a takeaway from this game, I hope Big Ben, the OC, and Tomlin be like, hey, man, we got to start pushing the ball down the field and stop with these slants. Ever since they've done that, it has changed this game.
But I wonder if he can't do it, though. That's the only thing is I wonder why they're doing it.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I can't answer that question. But I know whenever they do it, it's been working. And then that opens up more of these plays. Because if you're not throwing it down, why should I don't know what just happened. Why do I have to respect you going deep and I can just sit in on everything? So
blocking. Oh man, that's stupid, man. 77. It wasn't even necessary. He wasn't even in the play. Don't dap him up for that, Trey Turner. Oh, there go Haskins on the sidelines looking with a headset on.
Yeah, you're right, man. Why did you even do that? I'm with you. Don't be dapping him up on that bullshit.
Yeah, you're right. This sums up Kirk Cousins' career with this game. 110%. He'll show you flashes and then he show you trash. Kirk Cousins is a backup. He's a career backup. That's what he was when he came in the league. That's what he should be now.
And if Washington wasn't being racist, he would have stayed that way. That's why I got to read Robert Griffin's book. Because that was some BS what happened. And I know he got out of control and he got the big head. But, I still maintain that they were trying to get that brother out of there. And they sabotaged him. Even though he did some self-sabotaging as well.
Yeah. But it still was on them. It's 1st and 18 instead of 1st and 10.
All because, you know what? Forget it. It don't matter.
Stupid play. Just stupid.
And you don't have the type of offense to overcome those type of penalties.
Correct. Now, Pittsburgh should hope Minnesota runs that same defense they ran last week. And it looks like they are. They're doing the same thing they did last week. That's exactly what they did last week. They just backed off.
Who was that? You talking about the Vikings defense?
Yeah, the Vikings defense. That's what cost them that game in Detroit. They backed off.
And I don't know why teams do that in the 2 minutes. They always do that. Whenever it's 2 minutes to go in the game, they just kind of sit back and they just give up plays.
Soft. That was a good play.
Sense.
Right. I didn't like that play call. That was a good defensive play.
That was a bad call. I mean, he's not even like. If you're gonna call a play like that, at least it has to be past the first down marker.
Yeah. There you go. You ain't got time to celebrate. He's sitting there giving. now that's the dumbness of Claypool right there. That's the dumbness of Claypool.
See, and
and what is he fussing for? That's you.
Right. I'm with you, Shelton. I'm with you,
what
Shelton.
Are you fussing at? Oh, Bashar Breeland was sick. That's probably why they've been showing him all night.
Like, you have no bit. And it's like, so those two plays, those are guys that if I'm coaches, I'm sitting down, and if I'm coaches, if I'm Big Ben, if I'm everybody, I'm like, hey man, like, look at these tell of two halves, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Ben almost got 300 yards passing.
Out of bounds. Go, 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 go. There you go. These nets, they gotta be in the end zone.
Yeah. Well, you got one more short one. I mean, one more of these little dump offs, and then you're going for the end zone after that. You got two. You got three plays.
So I agree with you on the dump off. I just don't think the player's IQ is smart enough to go out of bounds. I would not trust them. But I feel you though. In theory, you should. But we got Claypool celebrating in a situation where they have no timeouts because he got a first down.
Yeah,
that's what you're dealing with.
Devontae, you're right. Claypool is a clown. I don't know though. I think on these plays like this, I would be going.
He had that pick, and Big Ben laid it up to him too.
Mm-hmm. I'd be throwing it to a Claypool though because he's taller.
Yeah. You got to give him a chance. He's a more physical, bigger physical receiver.
They got Claypool on the bench at this point.
You got, but you know what, Shelton? You got to.
Because of what he did, right?
Yep, you got to. And then not only did you screw up, you got the nerve to get up and start and have a temper tantrum.
Watch that tight end. He should have got get out of bounds. One play. There you go. One play left.
But Shelton, but you see what I was saying with the IQ? He went out of bounds, but it didn't look like he wanted to go out of bounds.
No, he didn't.
All right, Shelton. And then you run a drag route across the middle of the field, and you throw it in the middle of the field. That was a dangerous. First of all, that was a stupid play. Why would you do something like that? If he gets tackled in the middle of the field, the game's over with.
They bailed him out. You got one play. This is your best play. What is your best play, Ben? You call.
They don't have a best play, Shelton. Don't say anything. Let me see what happened. I see he just can't help himself. But it ain't nothing good.
That was the luckiest thing in the world right there, bro.
Oh man. Oh,
I thought he caught it.
Pat, you gotta catch that, baby. Oh, he put it right. Oh man, Pat, come on.
Shame on you, Vikings, for coming down to this, bro.
Oh, he gonna be sick about. I gotta see this play, bro. I'm with you though. Oh, they wanted the Pittsburgh, the hurt on that team. They really wanted this, bro.
You couldn't have thrown it any better.
I gotta see it again. Now Claypool back on. Maybe I would have ran a fade. Nah, you're right. Oh, come
he got to squeeze that back.
You right, man. That was spot. Yeah. That was Big Ben's best throw all night.
Smith, that was a beautiful play by Smith. I didn't see him back there, and he probably didn't see him either. He was looking in front of him. He wasn't looking behind him. So that was a better defensive play than I thought.
Harrison Smith?
Yeah, he punched it out. I thought, did you see it?
I see it now.
I thought that, from what I thought was they hit him from the front and knocked it out. No, Harrison Smith punched it out. He was looking in front of him, and he wasn't paying attention to behind him. But that was shame on Minnesota for this even being a game. At this point, we should still be talking about what we're going to eat tomorrow. This shouldn't even been a game. Yeah, Rob said being wanted that loose woman he's about to get for bringing him back.
Yeah, but you brought him back on a 5-17. You brought him back on a terrible team. You're facing the Chiefs, who's great, who's gotten their mojo back. They're learning how to win football games now instead of all this fancy shit. And then you got Baltimore, which we don't know what they're going to be like. For all we know, Lamar catch COVID again.
Yeah.
And then the Browns, unless the run defense improves, Chubb and going to have a field day. And then Tennessee without Derrick Henry. So that might be one they can get.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I guess what I said all that to say is that I don't see a team capable of beating winning teams. So division games are a toss-up for the most part at times. But I didn't see that. I don't see a team. I definitely don't see a playoff team. I saw a team that had a lot of heart, a lot of fight. They didn't quit. They didn't give up. That's great, but that's against a bad team.
Yeah, correct. These are the games that they have to have because you got to play those other games. This one, Pittsburgh, like we look at Pittsburgh's schedule, the Detroit game was a must win. They should have had that game.
That's the one that's going to cost them.
It is. They went on that nice little streak. Every game that they should win, they got to win. They beat the Bills early, got smoked by the Raiders, which I felt like they played better against the Raiders than they did. They got beat by the Bengals by 2 touchdowns. They got smoked again by the Bengals later on. In some of these games, they lost to the Chargers 41-37. I thought they were going to beat the Chargers. Everything else has been pretty close.
Yeah. No, it has been. But that Detroit game was a trap game, and they end up tying that game and I think in that game, you had the same situation where a guy caught the ball and didn't go out of bounds. I think that's what. Yep, he caught the ball and didn't go out of bounds, and they couldn't get the ball off to tie the game. So see, that's why I'm like, I don't trust the receivers to play smart football when it counts. And the evidence was there. We saw the linemen didn't play smart with the block in the back, but okay, that could happen, whatever. But Claypool, nah, man, nah, we got to talk. We got to talk.
Yeah.
And I'm yep. So what? So if I'm Tomlin, I'm pulling the second half, and I'm sitting down with Ben, and I'm sitting down with my OC, and I'm like, what's the difference between this first half and this second half? The same thing. I'll probably sit down with my defensive coordinator and say, why were we able to stop the run more effectively in the second half than we did in the first half? So
correct.
That's what I'm doing.
Cook, how many yards did Cook end up with? 2 what?
Probably right at 200 or right 201, 202.
And he had what, 179 in the first half.
Yeah.
But, so
yeah.
So when you say that, like you said, I'm asking myself on both sides of the ball. I'm asking, if I'm Minnesota, I'm asking what just happened? How did we get here?
And the other thing, so what I would like to know, because 30-some yards in the second half is crazy. Man, that was a great play by Harrison Smith. God dang, bro. Because if he didn't knock that out, he probably would have pulled that one in. But
he definitely,
yeah. But I would like to know time of possession and how that impacted Cook's second half performance running the ball. Because I feel like the Steelers may have had the ball a little bit more in the second half than the Vikings did because they couldn't sustain drives, and Cousins turned it over again. Or it may be a combination of that and defensive adjustments, second half adjustments. But either way, they can't wait to the second half when they're down, when their backs are against the wall to start playing football.
Correct.
They got to bottle that up and come out the gate with that same energy moving forward.
That's crazy, man.
I'm about to head out in a few. We're right. We're wrapping up now. Yep.
29-0 though in the second half, and you come back.
Yep.
What does that say? One, what does that say about your team and Mike Tomlin? And two, what does it say about Minnesota and Zimmer and his team?
I think Zimmer gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, he had 205. 205,
that's
2
crazy.
touchdowns.
179 to 205. So you rushed for what's that? 25 yards in the second half, 35.
Yep.
And
My
25.
man. My man. Now I need my rest of my guys to step up. But we off to a good start. Normally, Shelton, the way this go for me in fantasy football is I have just one guy. And everybody else gonna play like shit.
So hopefully for you that wasn't just your guy.
Man, it always happens, man. There's always that one guy to get off, and everybody else give me single digits. I swear to God, man, it never fails. So we'll see Tuesday. But anyway, man, thank you guys for coming through, man. I know we had a little, I don't know what happened earlier, but we came back. I hope most of you guys came back with us. It was definitely a skeleton crew tonight. Um, but uh, nevertheless, man, as usual, man, we powered through it, man. Show must go on as always, and we promised you guys 2 shows before we got out of here, and this is one of the 2 that we had left. And we'll be back Tuesday. The whole crew will be here, and we'll call it a wrap. But like I said, we'll be checking in here or there, just to keep you guys updated on our picks and stuff. It probably just won't be like this long show that we normally do. But we thank you guys for coming through, man. It means a lot for you guys to chill with us tonight, man. With just the 2 of us. You know,
Yes, sir.
we can make it if we try. We made it, Shelton. So we'll catch you guys Tuesday, man. Thanks for all of the super chats, man. Thanks for everybody that signed up for a membership. You can go to youtube.com/DanInSports, hit the join button and become a member that way. And yeah, we'll catch you guys Tuesday. Appreciate it. Peace.
Peace. What a game.